I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Chiefs going up against the Colts. With that, let's get you up to Lucas Oil Stadium. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, and Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards. Here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
This is taken at the 23. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. To throw on second down is Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Michael Brockers was a first-round pick coming out of college and has done nothing but enhance that status. A tremendous player inside.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. Third and 2, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So third and inches, tried to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure? Meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And Green with a catch left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Come on, let's go! 190! 190! Ohio! Flex round!
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round!
A second down throw for Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Here we go!
First down, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Prescott now on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Oh, Brandon, this one hurts my heart as a former defensive back. Out in the open field, you've got a chance to get down this receiver. Instead, he breaks through you. You'll hear about this in the film room and from your teammates.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination.
3 yards to go here on second down.
Here we go.
Second down, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a play fake here on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Second down following the run. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Another pistol look here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Single. Check 4. Let's go. Brand 38. O'Reilly. Check 3.
On first and 10, Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain, and it's second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it fourth down. So it's fourth down, and the Chiefs called on their kicker, Cairo Santos, for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 105 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's got it up and through. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Let's go. 1, 9, flex round.
Off the play fake, Prescott surveying the field. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Mario Edwards in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Third and long for Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he gets it down to the 32. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Prescott looks to throw on first. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Colts getting ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that'll be good for an Indianapolis first. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense, because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play out. Action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. And this one's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will take the lead at 13-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Prescott now on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. To throw is Stafford. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is fielded inside the 5. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
3rd down. The Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Shift together here from the D-line. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
and he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. 3rd and long for Prescott. And Hill with it over the middle. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Halfback sent in motion. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep him within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's loose again. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 104 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
One of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all those big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. They shakes him off. And that is incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop in 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And it's fielded at the 34. Now a hit and a loose football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Stafford now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys on the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Bullock will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now here comes Kansas City. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some.
And another timeout taken by the... That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory and throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
2nd down following the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Come on, let's go! Try it 38! Try it 38!
He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. 1-0. 1-0.
He'll look to throw. Finding time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Back to throw. He's got time. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying?
Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll go on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And incomplete here on third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
This is taken around the 12. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
And what can Prescott do in the OT? Forced out to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for Indianapolis, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3 and 4 through 7 games. And they'll get a home date next week against the San Diego Chargers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.